Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for joining another episode of Broke Beaus Bass Fishing. Today we're going to be talking about pre-spawn bass fishing. Where do you go? What do you do? What do you fish with? What time of day is it? What's the water temp? All that stuff, including down to some baits I'm going to show you. I'm going to show about 5 or 6 baits. These are the ones that I usually choose at this time of the year. Now today we're right in the middle of March. Today's a really nice day. A little bit of overcast, a little bit of sunshine. The water's really clear. We're out here at Lake X, southern Tulsa, and I'm gonna have to choose those baits that'll allow me to catch fish in these conditions. There's always conditions you gotta watch for. So with that being said, you also gotta know where to go. So when you show up to a lake and you're trying to fish for pre-spawn, where do you go first? Well, I'll just kind of tell you what I do and out of my experience, what's worked for me. Now, I don't always catch fish, but I definitely have learned over the years what the fish are doing at different times of the year. So, where I start with is, I just use common sense on this. I've been fishing in the main lake, it's been cold, the bass been real lethargic through that time. So, where do they go when they start moving into spawn? Well, they can only go one area, so if they're leaving from the main lake, they're gonna move into bays, pockets, and coves. They're gonna look for that shallow, warm water that they can begin the spawning process. But there's stages that the fish go through to get to that point. So, if you're coming off the main lake, look for areas, chart it out, buy a map. You don't have to have all the electronics to do this. You can fish from a boat, you can even fish from the bank. I wanna reach out to all y'all. Not everybody has a boat. Some people just enjoy bank fishing as well. And that's good. So hopefully some of this will help you out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start searching towards a cove and a bank. Now, if the weather's been real cold, and let's say there's been a cold north wind, you're gonna wanna look for areas on a lake that's blocked by that. So find a bank or a cove where the north wind's not able to push in there. With that, you're gonna find warmer water. So, that's where I'll start my search. What's the weather been? Then also you gotta think, how much rain have you had? This is usually the time of year that we get a lot of rain, and the weather can fluctuate. It can be 25 degrees one night, 70 during the day. Trust me, these fish know that. So when you're going through these stages and you're trying to scan for fish, you're trying to map fish out, what do you do and where do you go? So again, I'm gonna start going and searching for those bays and pockets that have the warmer water. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to head back to a cove and I'm gonna look for structure. I'm gonna look for secondary points and I'm gonna look for transition breaks. And what I mean by that are anomalies that you'll see heading that way. So let's say you're fishing a really rocky bank, rocks everywhere. You're gonna wanna look for those big boulders and then find where the big boulders change into the smaller rocks. That's a transition, that's an anomaly. If you don't have that, look for structure, look for laydowns, look for timber. Fish are gonna hold up on that while they're working back to these coves and bays to begin the spawn process. So, what if you just got 10 inches of rain? Is that gonna work as well? To be honest with you guys, out of my experience, if you've gotten a ton of rain, just go on back to the back of the cove, start in the very back, start fishing in the backs of these coves where they would be spawning, basically go to the dead end of the cove and start there. Now, if you've had a gradual transition in the weather and the season, do those things. Start at the front of it, work your way back. Look for trees that come out. All those different things that just, you don't want to just fish a flat bottom. The fish are going to be holding up on structure to ambush their prey. They're going to be looking for bluegill. If you got bluegill in your lake, they're going to be looking for the shad colored prey. They're going to be bulking up for this spawning process. So this is a great time of the year to get out there and catch some great fish, because it's the single time of the year that you can actually go catch these big giant bass in shallow water without having to search the whole lake looking for these on deep water structure. Don't even think deep water structure at this time of the year. So, with that being said, I'll recap kind of what I'm dealing with today. So today, It's about 64 degrees, about a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, and the water is extremely clear. So I'm going to show you in these conditions what baits I would like to use that works for me. And then after I go through that, I'm actually going to get up, we're going to do some fishing and see if we can catch something. So let's just get started. Okay guys, so getting into the lures, well first I want to kind of show you where I'm at. So I'm going to kind of show the bank and the area I'm at. If you look over here, you can see I'm in between. There's a point up there. There's some cattails on it. There's some structure down the bank. And I'm in between two land masses that's causing a pocket going back into this bay. Now I'm going to be doing some fishing starting on this bank over here, and I'm going to tell you how I started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a search bait. This is a square bill crankbait, and I'm going to fish this in about 3 to 6 foot of water. I want to cover a lot of water when I'm doing this. And with the clear conditions today, I'm using a green and kind of off-white color square bill. You want to do that because it's really clear water. I don't have any need to throw chartreuse or anything real bright orange or anything like that. I'm going to use a cool color bait that allows me to cover some water and figure out where these are. So I'll be throwing along the line on some structure all the way up to this point, and I'll start with the search bait. Another great search bait that I use, of course you all know this, the Alabama rig. I've got this one closed. Let me open it for you here and I'll kind of show you for those of you that haven't seen it. And in some leagues and some tournaments, these aren't even approved anymore. It is a great search bait. So for those of you that are going out and fishing, and hopefully fishing's always for fun, but if you don't have any regulations against this lure, this is a great lure to throw. Now I've just got some speed minnows on here, black and white, again kind of translucent colors to the calm clear water. I'll do another segment just on the Alabama rig, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these lures, and I will fish with something today. And what I'm going to fish with today is going to be a Lipless Crankbait. Now this is a very popular one. It's a red eye shad. It's a Strike King bait. This covers water. This is a very great bait to use in spring fishing. Basically year round you can use these lures, but there's just different times when you can get into your arsenal of tackle and you can really try different things, because these fish are hungry. So just because these might be the baits that are working for me in these conditions, don't be afraid to try other baits, guys. There's a ton of videos, there's a ton of fishermen out there telling you what works and what's great, and that is for them at that time, just like this is for me at this time. So I'm just trying to do this to help you guys, and I hope it does. Okay, so the Lipless Crankbait, again, I'm fishing in shallow water, guys. When I'm fishing this pre-spawn, what I'm doing, and if you can hear, there's some geese in the background. That's Fred, Tim, and old Jubilee over there. Those are my buddies. Those are my geese buddies. And yeah, anyways, okay, back to task here. Sorry guys, I'm a little goofy sometimes, but I like to have fun, and I want us to have fun together. Okay, so the Lipless Crankbait, I'm fishing in pretty shallow water constantly in pre-spawn spring fishing, okay? And I'm gonna fish this pattern from about the end of February through the end of May. So, this bait's good, guys. Lipless Crankbait, this is a Strike King, it's awesome. Okay, the next one I throw is a spinnerbait. And again, if you see this, you'll notice that the blades on here is what they call willow blades. There's also spinnerbaits that come out with Colorado blades, and they're your kind of more circular shape, not the long skinny ones. This one again is a translucent color that I can fish in this color of water, and I think this is going to work great for me today. It's another bait. You can get it in. These are actually meant to be weedless as well. So when you're fishing them, you can throw this up next to grass, throw it up in your thick cover, and it does pretty good actually, guys. I chose to throw a willow today mainly because I'm going to be fishing a little quicker. So the Colorado blades, that's for when you want it to go a little slower, sink a little slower, retrieve it a little slower. The vibration's a little bit different. So we'll do another segment again on these lures, guys, like I've said, and I'll cover each lure in different segments that'll help you out. So just to keep moving here. That's a spinnerbait. This is actually a KVD. It's a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait, and I'm gonna throw it today and see if we have any luck. The last lure I'm gonna show you right now, guys, is a jerkbait. Now, this is a Smithwick jerkbait. It's a long, skinny one. Again, jerkbaits come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, dual hooks, triple, treble hooks. This one it has a profile, and this one actually is set up to go a little shallower. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to fish it slow. And this is the bait, guys, this time of year. After you had a cold front, after you've had something come through that's just kind of shocked the system, you're only going to pick up a jerkbait. I love fishing jerkbaits. A lot of people don't like them, but it works well for me. I kind of just throw it out there, pop it, reel a little bit, 2 pops, let it pause. I've even let it pause up to 15 seconds, guys. Now on a normal jerkbait day, if the ice isn't on the lake anymore, I'll throw it, pop, 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 let it set for a few seconds, and keep repeating. Caught some really quality, a lot of good bass on these jerkbaits. Okay, so that kind of covers some of the lures that I'm gonna be throwing today. Here in a minute, I'm gonna gear up and actually start fishing. And I'll be starting on the bank, working my way up to that point, and I'm gonna bring you all with me, and we'll see if we can have any luck. Actually today, I think I'm gonna start with throwing, this is just a 6'9", medium heavy action rod. It's a Lew's. I throw a lot of Lew's rods and reels. I've had really good luck on that. I'm gonna throw a complete fluorocarbon line, and I've got 12-pound test on this right now, which is gonna work perfect for this particular Vicara 62 Lipless Crankbait. Okay, so I'm gonna start off throwing this today, working my way up to the point, and we'll see if we have any luck. Okay, let's get to fishing. All right, guys, so what we're doing, fishing with this Lipless Crankbait, Vicara 62. I'm gonna fish at medium speed, and I'm gonna start on this bank, and I'm gonna try to work my way up to that point. See if we can get lucky. Do my trusty fish call. Ah, kee, 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 kee. Ba-dip-ba-dip. Ba-doop. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Never fails me, guys. So I'm aiming for the sections of the bank that's got some structure coming out. Look at that, guys. There's one falling, there's 2 down there. It's a little bitty guy, but hey, I'll take them. I'll take them all day. This is old Charles Scatman Jones right there. See you later, buddy. Go get bigger. All right, let's keep it going. Now, when I reeled that in, I saw 2 other. One of them was real nice. I'm gonna try to get that one, guys. You don't have to be real fancy, especially fishing a lipless. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of picking these spots out on the bank. I'm coming up to some structure, a little bit of that comes out as a laydown. I'm gonna hit that as well. Every once in a while, if I'm not getting a bite, I'll speed the reel up, I'll slow it, let it sink a little bit, spill it. So I'm just kind of playing that and seeing what's biting, guys. There was one behind this one that was gonna eat it. Why aren't they biting? Look at this little guy. This is all you know what? Catching fish is catching fish, guys. I enjoy it no matter what. Wouldn't make a great tournament bag, but it's still a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm getting up on this point, and I'm expecting to see a little bit more action here, guys. So, right the boat, this one's a little better. Stay on there. Not giant, but he'll work. Okay, so we're getting a little better. The lipless is definitely working, guys. Like I said, not catching anything huge, but I'm catching them on the lipless crankbait. See you later, buddy. That fish doesn't know he was just on camera. Hopefully he doesn't call me later down the line. Just kidding. Okay, I'm fishing right off this point, guys. Got a lure mishap here. It's my favorite. See, this probably never happens to professionals. Just old broke bows bass fishing. That's what we're doing, guys. Broke bows bass fishing. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to be doing all sorts of videos this year. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your input and your ideas. I'm new to this. Feel free to, I love joking around. Feel free to tell me what I could do better. I've got access to quite a few waterways, guys, and I want to share that with you. I want to make sure you understand. I might not teach you. I might teach you. All I'm doing is just out here having fun, sharing my fun with you, and keep in mind, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That was a giant one down there. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I better get back focused. I'll be posting links in the comment section of what I did today, some of the lures I was using. Remember, every 100 subscribers, I'm going to pick a winner. I'm going to send you a bag of whatever season it is, which it could be fall, spring, summer, winter. Those are the basic 4 seasons. I'll be putting bags together for you guys, and I don't know, be fun. Let's keep this going. There's one trailing it right now. The water's really nice today, guys. Remember, I'm fishing in about 60-degree weather. The water's clear. I'm having to choose my tackle to match those conditions. I'm going to keep burning this. I'm going to do about 5 more casts here, guys. And then I'm going to switch that up a little bit. There's one. Did he stay on? Yep, he's on. He's on. There we go. Oh! Don't count. I'm not going to tell you that was a 5-pounder because it wasn't. Let's go get him. Right. Fishing in about 1 to 8 foot of water here, guys. Just playing off this point. There's a bite. Nope. Probably a perch. One more cast on this, guys, and I'll switch it up. As you notice, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just fishing. Okay, so that's the lipless. I'm glad I at least caught a couple fish for you guys. Nothing huge, but let's keep on trying. Okay, guys, so here's what's happened. Being in Oklahoma, as we are, in the middle of filming, we had a big storm pop up. I'm back on the water now, so sorry for a couple breaks in this. I wanted to finish this for you guys today. Haven't started fishing again, just got back out here. So hopefully the bite is still happening. Earlier I told you I was going to switch to a spinnerbait. The wind has died down so much. On a spinnerbait, you want overcast and some wind. Right now I'm not going to throw a spinnerbait. I've upgraded to a little bit larger. This is a red eye Strike King, and it's a 2-tap, so it rattles. So I'm going to see if I can catch one for you. Let's go for it. So guys, if you see, I've kind of repositioned where I'm fishing. I'm heading into a cove back here, and I'm fishing some structure leading up into it. At this point, I'm hoping I can find a couple fish for you guys and have some fun here. You know what? I need to do my fish call. That's what I need to do. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. Here, fishy, fishy. So again, right now I'm on about 8 foot of water. I know it's still pre-spawn. The water temperature has not hit. If you remember from earlier, had a bite there, guys. Did he come back and get it? Yeah, there we go. All right, I'll finish that in a second. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's mad. There we go. Getting a little better here. So yeah, what I was going to say is, remember, the water temperature plays a big factor. You can buy, you know, portable thermometers if your guys are fishing with locators or fish finders. A lot of times they'll have it already built into the system. Right in the meat of that. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, see you later. Easy. Okay. So right now I'm at about 51 degree water is what I'm fishing. So prime in my mind. Maybe we can get another one here, guys. Nothing fancy. Cast, retrieve it in. Speed up, slow down if you're not getting bites. Don't give up on it. And just to recap, a lot of times when I'm searching, if I find something that works, stick with it, right? I mean, that just makes sense. A lot of times, I would pick up a jerkbait, Alabama rig, square bill crankbait, spinnerbait. Just kind of recapping what we went through earlier. So guys, when I'm out here fishing, I'll tell you, this is my true passion. Just to open up to you guys a little bit. I really love doing this. I love doing it with my little man, Jackson. I love bringing him fishing, just the smile and the look on his face when he catches a fish. I love taking other people fishing, helping them if I can. And you know, it's such a fun sport. If you guys haven't got out and fished, or you're thinking about trying how to do it, go try. You know, it doesn't have to be a real expensive rod and reel. It doesn't have to be the best lures. Go pick it up. You know, those of you that have been thinking about taking your little ones fishing, go do it, guys. It's so much fun, and it's just building memories and having fun. So as I progress through this a little bit, guys, I hope I get a little better, more fluent. I have so much information that I just want to throw at you guys, and I'll try to always keep it somewhat interesting. Hey, there's a bite. Let's go back and try that again. But like I said a little earlier, post your comments. I'll always try to get to all of them. I'm going to be handing out free stuff to all my subscribers randomly as a drawing pool. You know, I want to learn from you guys too. So jump on, subscribe, check my videos out. I'll be in spring for a while. I'll be fishing the pre-spawn, the spawn, and the post-spawn. So stick with me. Man, I hear them jumping everywhere, guys. They're just not jumping by me. And that happens too. Sometimes you watch these shows on TV. I'm giving you the raw footage here, guys. If you catch a fish every single cast, I'm gonna come fish with you. It just doesn't happen that often. So, in closing here, hopefully I can close with a fish. I wanna say thanks again. Beaus Bass Fishing. I'm Beau Johnson. I'll be bringing you a lot of footage. Today was a little unorthodox, guys. I apologize. The weather came in. No excuses, right? Fishing's fishing. But cut out a little bit of the day that I wanted to share with you. I'll also be doing videos, more tutorial, instructional videos. Might even be from the garage. Oh, there he is, guys. we'll close with this one. Could be tutorials from the garage. You know, I want to share with you guys. Everybody's got a little bit of different information. Hey, look at that. They're starting to bite again. So again, thank you. Let's stick together. Let's have fun. I truly appreciate it. Broke Beaus Bass Fishing. Stay tuned. I'll be releasing videos. I'll be filming. I got a tournament coming up this weekend on Saturday. I'll film that. I'll release it. Hopefully have some action for you guys. I like to bring a lot of energy. I get crazy. Just like catching this fish right here makes me want to do my fancy dances because I get excited about it, guys. I'll try to control that and not be annoying, but who knows? It's my passion. Broke Beaus Bass Fishing. Hit that subscribe button. Check out the links after this video. I'll show some of the lures in that. I'll be answering comments. Have a good day, good night, good afternoon, good morning, all that goodness. See y'all later. Thank you.